Today we're going to make some avocado pudding. So if you haven't made chocolate protein pudding with avocados, this is your sign to do so. It's so easy. You put everything into the food processor, or if you have a sturdy blender, that would work too. You do want your avocados to be nice and ripe. You know, right where they get to that point where they're going to go bad, but they're not brown yet, but they're like too squishy even for guacamole. That would be perfect. So we put all those in, and then we're going to add some cocoa powder to make it extra chocolatey. I have just regular cocoa powder. Normally I like the dark, but the store hasn't had it for a while. So just using regular, about a half a cup. You can do more, you can do less, depending on what you like. Protein. So this is my brand of protein that I absolutely love. It's a nice dark chocolate flavor. We want to do 4 servings of pudding here, so we're doing 4 scoops of protein. And if you want to add some extra sweetness, stevia or monk fruit would be good as well. There we go. So I just weigh everything out on a scale and tear it in between ingredients, and that gives me a pretty accurate, well, super accurate idea of what is in my recipe. Then simply divide it by, into 4 servings. Weigh out your servings to make sure they're even. And then we add a little bit of almond milk. You could use cashew milk, you could use oat milk. I'm using almond milk for this recipe simply because it is the lowest calorie milk to do so. And then we're going to take it over to the blender or the base of the food processor, and we're going to blend it all up. So we have everything in the food processor, and now we are simply going to puree it so that it has a really nice pudding-like consistency. All right, so about halfway through, you want to check and see if you need to scrape the sides at all to get any chocolate powder or protein powder off the sides of the bowl. This is exceptionally thick. One of the things that I love about cooking here in New Mexico is that it really seems to fluctuate on how much liquid you put in your recipes from time to time. All right, I'm gonna add just another 2 ounces of almond milk just because it's looking a little thick. And we will see if that brings it to the right consistency that we want for pudding. All right, so I wanted to show you all blended up how nice that looks. And then we're just gonna portion it into our 4 containers here. All right, so I have 150 grams. So we're getting 150 grams into each container, which it looks like it's gonna take out like the majority of the mixture here. And then we'll go back around and top it off and divide what's left equally. All right, so we've got about 220 in each of our containers here, which is a pretty good amount. Definitely with this, yes, it has protein powder in it, but let's not count it as a protein. It's because of the avocado is pretty high in fat, so it's going to count towards your fats too. Feel free to make it however you like. Add some cinnamon, add some chili, make it sweeter, use less chocolate. It's kind of up to you, but that's the basis of this avocado protein pudding. I'm gonna go eat this now.